What's good, YouTube? Target here, and welcome to another episode of Design and Manage, my city Skylines and Modded Let's Play series. Today is going to be a chill episode. This is pretty much the last episode, or the last video I record before the release of the new Parklife DLC. So what I thought I could do today is pretty much do a bit of preparation and prepare our city for the upcoming DLC, so that when the DLC is released, I have everything ready for us to start building our parks. So without further ado, let's start doing that. So here we have an aerial view of our sunken park. If you've been following me for a long time, you already know exactly how these things look like, but if you don't, if you're kind of new to this channel, I kind of feel like an explanation is needed. So this area that I'm highlighting with my mouse is a sunken park that I have made quite a few episodes ago. It was pretty much by terraforming the terrain to a lower part of the sea level, while the other part, the part that has buildings zoned in, is pretty much an elevated part. Half of the park is already complete. As you can see, we have it already full of trees, and we also have a central park right in the middle, but this area over here is pretty much blank. I think if we start building our park right about over here, when the new Parklife DLC comes around, I don't think it will really match with the already built part of the park. So what I think I can do is delete this entire area all over again, take all the trees away, and that way when we start building this area we can build it uniformly and make everything blend much more smoothly. There's also another reason for me doing this, which is, well, I don't really like how this layout is prepared. Well, I like the layout, I just don't like the tree planting, because I have chosen a specific types of tree that do not stand out. Well, it's very hard to make anything stand out in a snow map, but I could have placed these pine trees that are much greener, but instead I've placed some white trees that you cannot really see from a distance. And look at this, our elevated pedestrian pathway is still rocking with a lot of people using it. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I am going to delete all of these trees, and I'll meet you guys in a second. Alright guys, I have completely removed the trees from the entire park. I have left the rocks and also the pathways. Hopefully we'll find a way to make it fit. The same thing goes for the central park as well. I don't really want to take it out. We'll see. We're gonna try to make it fit with the new Parklife visual aspects. I've also found out about this thing over here, so I didn't really knew this was here. It's made by a metro line, so probably we'll have to fix it. Let's try to do it like this, and let me try to come all the way over here. Hopefully this will be good enough. No, it's not. Maybe I'll have to go a bit lower. I am gonna come at about 2 levels. And yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's connect it all over again. I have also left the pedestrian pathways. Hopefully the new Parklife DLC will have an upgrade road tool where I will be able to upgrade these pathways to the park pathways. But again, that's something that we'll have to wait until the DLC comes around, and then I'll have to try this out. But yeah, the park is now prepared for construction when the DLC comes around, so let's just move on to other parts of the city right now. Alright, I've noticed we are having quite a traffic jam over here on this new section. I think this avenue is getting a lot of traffic, mainly because I zone this district, and now all of these people need to get out of city by coming through here. One of the things that I can do to address is hopefully manually remove all the traffic lights. So as you can see, we have way too many traffic lights on this junction. So what I think I can do is take away some of these, because we don't really need this many traffic lights on the exact same spot. I'm gonna leave this one over here because it connects to a main avenue, but these small ones can all go away. Now we need to wait a bit before we see some results, but in the time being I think I'm gonna upgrade these little roads that cross with the main avenue into one-way roads, so that way traffic can be distributed a bit better. Before doing that though, I need to make a few modifications to our bus lines. So I think I'm gonna have this road being an off-road, so traffic will come from this avenue and get out of it, and this will be the incoming road. So what I think I will have to do is move this stop over here, if I can grab it. Oh, I need to select the bus stop, of course. I think I'm gonna move this one all the way over here, and also over here. Okay, that should be good, because now we can safely upgrade these roads just the way I was mentioning. This one over here, and now we need a road coming through the exact opposite direction. Okay, let's check this out. And our bus line seems to be pretty normal, and I think I need to adjust the traffic lights again. Yeah, there we go. This created quite a traffic light, but perhaps we can keep this one. Yeah, let's keep this one and see how well this thing develops. I also need to convert this road. I totally forgot about this one. This also needs to be a one-way road. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna leave this area just as is. And look at that. Magically, traffic went away. Or at least it's much more manageable. We still got some jams over here, some congestions because of the traffic lights, but I think we can live up with this. I also like to see quite a few amount of cars stopped at traffic lights if it is controlled. What I don't want to see is a huge traffic line that crosses the city pretty much and cars do not move at all. Another thing that I can do, since we are not using all 6 lanes, is convert this main avenue into an avenue with bus lanes. So that way one of those lanes is going to be occupied by what do you call it? Emergency vehicles only, and also buses. And I think, do I have any bus lines over here? No. So this is pretty much unnecessary. Let me just put them back the way they were. And now that we are at it, I think we can raise a number of buses on this particular line, because we have a lot of people using it. So let me just go to the line details and raise the budget all the way to the 00 vehicles, and I think 6 will be enough. Let's just check it out. We can also see that the majority of people using this bus stop is actually people using this pedestrian elevated pathway that comes from the other side of the highway. And if I come over here and I select the routes tool, I can actually confirm that by clicking on this little segment, and you can see there is a huge amount of lines coming from that area. And given the fact that we also have a bus stop over here, maybe I can make a pathway that cuts through this elevated pathway and connects directly to this bus stop, so that we can have an even split of people who want to catch the bus. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. I am gonna select our pedestrian pathway tool. Now let's connect it all the way over here. First and foremost, let me see how many levels of height is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can come at about 3 over here. 1, 2, 3, and the remaining 2 over here. And that leads all the way until the bus stop. Pretty good. Let's just continue this pedestrian pathway all the way until our park. That's not a park, it's the skiing park. Yep. And maybe we can connect it over here. We're gonna delete some buildings, that's fine. And yeah, let's just resume the simulation and see if this congestion of people who want to catch the bus gets better. There we go, much better. I have, besides this path over here, I have also provided 2 additional pathways on this location as well. One that leads to this bus stop and the other one that leads to this one. And I think it turned out pretty okay. At least there's not a bunch of people waiting for a bus anymore. Moving on to our island, now that we have the road layout completely developed, I think it's finally time for us to start building some stuff in here. I am not going to build anything special in this episode, but I think we are ready to start planning our public transport network. So I think I'm gonna start with ferries. On the last episode I have built these roads over here, these 2 ledges. And these are going to be the places where I'm going to put our ferry stops. And I've already selected which ones I'm going to put. I think I'm going to put these ones, the ferry piers, because they have 2 spaces for piers to drop and pick up passengers at the same time. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try and put this one right in the middle. So I think I'm going to try and do a small connection over here. I am going to delete this and hopefully I will make it snap to the point and oh, I'm trying to get it. There we go, perfect. Now let's just connect it and I need to turn it off so that we don't spend unnecessary money on this. And yeah, let's do the same on this side. I think I'm gonna try and put another one right in the middle. So let's just do that, connect this all the way over there and delete these segments and hopefully I will be able to snap it to this little segment of road. And oh, it doesn't seem to be the case, so I think I'm gonna have to delete these roads just temporarily so that I can make this thing snap to the right place, and I think I'm gonna accomplish it. There we go, perfect. Let's just turn it off real quick and connect everything back again. Hopefully connecting this avenue back will not be a big deal. And connect it back all over again and also on this area. Alright, that's perfect. And now I think we just have to adjust the ferry pathways. With the landscaping of this island, I kinda got this pathway just scraping the land, which is something that I don't like, so I think I'm gonna remake this entire ferry pathway just to fit the new terrain a bit better. Okay, so I've just reworked the ferry pathways. Now I'm just gonna resume the simulation and see if the lines adjust to these new modifications. I think I'm gonna put it on 3 speed and let's see if these little hot lines over here actually go and adjust to the new pathways. Yeah, there you go. I think we got it. Now that we have headed the ferries, I think we can start planning about the monorail. So I have decided that I am gonna put 2 stations on this particular island, and I think I'm gonna put 1 station in each side of the island. So I'm gonna resume the simulation and I think I'm gonna put the first station right over here. Hopefully I will be able to put it without having to deal with this terraforming issue. Oh, it seems that that's not gonna be quite simple. Let me just try and delete this and continue the road all the way over here. Delete this little segment as well, and hopefully I will be able to put it right where I want it. Space already occupied. What if I delete these avenues? And there we go, perfect. Okay, and hopefully we will be able to connect them all over again. If not, we're gonna have a problem, but it seems that we can do that without any concern. That's beautiful. And maybe we can also connect it without any issue as well, like this. Okay, perfect. Let me turn it off for the time being, and let's put another one right about over here. How about that? So I'll have to delete this, I'll have to delete this one as well, and let's see if I can do this. Very good. The second ones are always easier. There we go. And finally, we just need to connect everything back again. Maybe one block shorter. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. That's gonna be it for the public transport of this island, at least for this episode. In the future, I will want to do some more modifications, of course. I will want to have a dedicated metro system just for this island that will take people to the airport, because the international airport will have an incorporated metro system. And I will also place another blimp stop or another blimp station right about over here, probably in the middle of the layout. But again, that's something that I will put in a future stage. For now, I think, given the fact that we have a huge demand for offices, I think I'm gonna start zoning on this particular island. And for that, I cannot forget about water and also power. So I think I'm gonna start with water. I think I'm gonna make a pipe that connects all the way until here. Let me just try and make it go across this entire place. Okay, and I think I'm gonna place yet another one that will connect at about over here. Pretty good. And now we just need to connect these. I'm gonna make one over here and another one over here. Oh, it's not gonna cover everything, so I think I'm gonna do a bit closer and maybe another one over here as well. Okay, that's pretty good for now. Now I'll just have to connect it to one of these islands, and I think I'm gonna do it. Let's see what's going to be a good way to do this. I think I'm gonna make a pipe that comes all the way over here and connects all the way over there as well. Okay, pretty good. I'm gonna delete these unnecessary pipes so that we don't spend more money on maintenance than we actually need. This is gonna be enough because I'm only going to zone on this area for now. And now we cannot forget about power. I think I will want a power line that comes right next to this highway bridge. So maybe I can place one at about over here. I got a feeling this is not gonna look that good because it cannot curve. So maybe we can do this in our location, probably about over here. Let's check this out. Maybe, okay, so I'll have to come all the way over here and connect it here. Now I'll just have to connect it to this side. It seems that I cannot make a power line that connects to this monorail station, so what I think I'm gonna do is put a small building over here to transfer power, and I think I'm gonna put an earthquake sensor because they are relatively cheap, 43 per week, so I think I'm gonna put one right about over here and we can simply connect it like this. Okay. So power and water are now transferred over, so I think we can start zoning. I think I'm gonna start with a very small layout. Maybe I'm gonna zone all of these with offices. And I think I'm gonna transform this into highways so that I have a bit more zoning space. So let me just grab the highway, and I think I wanna convert all of these into highways. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I can actually keep zoning, and I want all of these to be offices. And you know what the hell, let's just zone this entire block with some offices. Okay. I am also going to need some facilities such as fire and police. But before that, I want to make a pedestrian pathway that connects this station to this layout. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my pathway, and I think I'm gonna connect it right next to this crosswalk that I have over here. And I think I will have to disable the road guidelines, make a connection that comes all the way over here. Perhaps I can make this look much better than what we have. Okay, I think this is pretty horizontal. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. And now I will want to connect it all the way until here. So let's just okay, so I think it's a better idea to continue this one and connect this one. Let's just disable the guides so that I can go to the furthest point possible. I think this is going to be the one, and it connects pretty good. Perhaps there's a simple way to connect this, because I don't think pedestrians can cross like this with a closed pathway. So I think I'm gonna delete it, go all the way until the ground floor, and go all the way over here, all the way over there. Pretty good. And hopefully I can connect this. Oh yeah, there we go. And over here as well. Perfect. And now I need to terraform this a bit better, because it kind of looks a bit awkward. So let's just try and do this. Alright, I think I've done a great job with this. So I already have a pathway connecting over here. So I could probably start zoning right now, but I think I'm gonna continue the pathway. And I think I'm gonna make it come all the way over here. Alright, and maybe we can curve it a little bit along the buildings. And maybe we can make it come all the way over here. Draw a small segment over there. Delete this and connect it with the curve. Pretty good, I like it. And you know what, I think we can make this come a bit lower to the ground. So let's just try and do this again. 1, 2, 3. I think that's gonna be more than enough. And connect it all the way here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and delete this, and now let's just try and connect it everything back. And there we go. Yeah, looks great. Now just to wrap this thing up for the time being, I'm just gonna connect this to the ground floor. Okay guys, I've ended up doing way more than I was expecting. I have made this pedestrian pathway continue all the way over here, and I made connections that lead to this avenue. And I think it will be very efficient in giving people a way to go from this layout to this one over here, because we have no road connections that connect directly from here to this avenue. But anyway, I've been building way too much over here, so I think I'm gonna resume the simulation and let all of these buildings develop. Okay, and here we have it, the first buildings of the Highland. I think they look pretty good. I have also added a highway connection that brings people from this highway directly into this layout over here, and hopefully this will not create traffic jams in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. But now that we have some buildings over here, I think we can finally enable at least this monorail station. We can do it like that, and we can provide a stop. And I think I'm gonna put one over here and another one over there. And I can already see some smiling faces. And I think I'm gonna do the same with ferries. I'm gonna enable this one, and I think I'm gonna create a new line that starts right about let's see. I think I'm gonna yes, I know I'm gonna have to provide with some water and power, but for now I think I'm gonna connect this line directly to this ferry stop right across the river and connect it back. You know, it's really annoying that it's going through this way. I want it to come from this pathway. Perhaps if I make this connection a bit longer, the game will see this as a shorter route. Let me just try it. There we go. Perfect, very good. And now I think I'm gonna make a second one that will connect directly to the public transport hub. That will be right about over here, okay? And connect it back. And now the only thing that we need is give this area some water. And finally, before I do anything else, I need to find a way to bring people from the ferry stop to the new layout. So I think for that I'm gonna do a bus route, and I'm gonna start all the way over here. Maybe I can make it and make a stop all the way over here. Yeah, sure, we can come over here, make a stop over here, and another one right over here. Okay, and now we can just connect it back through the same places. Okay. Oh, what just happened? I need to replace that stop. Pretty good. Now let's just resume the simulation and see if people use these new connections. Oh, and there we go. Look at this. People are already getting out of the monorail station. That is great. And let's see if we can catch another monorail. Here it comes. Let's see if we see some people getting out of the train. And oh, there we go. There's a couple of them. This thing is starting to work little by little. Nobody in this one. Let's check out the ferries. There's one ferry coming in. I wonder if it brings any passengers. This one does not bring any passengers at all. And this one... no passengers for the time being. I think we'll have to wait a bit longer until we start seeing some movement around these parts. Before I wrap up this episode, I want to provide this new district with all the necessary services it needs to survive. So the first thing that I want to provide is a fire station. For now I'm gonna put just a small one at about over here, of course, and I'm gonna provide a small police station as well. And finally, just to wrap this thing up, I'm gonna need some parks. I think I'm gonna put one of these fountain parks that I like so much. I'm gonna put one right about over here and another one over here, right next to the pedestrian pathways. And I don't think this is going to be enough, but let's check it out. Well, it can survive for now. But anyway guys, that's gonna be it for today. On the next episode, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, I'm gonna start playing with the new Parklife DLC. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please consider giving it a like, it helps out my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow the development of this city. If you have any suggestions for things that I should do in the future, please leave a comment. And finally, if you want to connect with me online, don't forget to follow me on social media. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, have fun!